Steve McQueen, the king of cool. We all know the famous cars: the Highland green Mustang from Bullitt, the Triumph from The Great Escape. They're the machines that built the legend, replayed in iconic movie scenes and plastered on posters. They are as famous as the man himself. But what if that's only half the story? What about the cars with hidden histories, the personal projects, and the rare machines whose real stories have been overshadowed? Today, we're looking past the movie posters to uncover 5 McQueen vehicles with stories you've likely never heard. And you'll want to stick around for number 1 because it's a revolutionary off-road monster, a rebel child built in total secrecy that McQueen personally took into battle in the desert. This is the story of the lesser-known cars of the King of Cool. Coming in at number 5, we're starting not with a rugged racer, but with a piece of Italian elegance that reveals a different side of the man. This is the 1963 Ferrari 250 GT Luso. While McQueen is synonymous with stripped-down, high-octane machines, the Luso was his entry into the world of sophisticated European grand tourers. It was his very first Ferrari. Of the 350 ever built, his was ordered in a distinctive metallic brown, known as marrone metallizzato, with a beige leather interior. Now, whether he bought it brand new himself from Otto Zipper Motors, or it was a birthday gift from his first wife, Neely Adams, sources differ, but its significance is undeniable. He and Neely were often seen cruising the streets of California in it, a far cry from the tire-smoking antics he was famous for on screen. He owned the car for about 4 years before selling it, but it was a cornerstone of his collection. It showed that McQueen wasn't just a gearhead. He was becoming a true connoisseur with an eye for timeless beauty. At number 4, we have a vehicle born from one of his most stylish films, but its real story is way more interesting than just being a movie prop. This is the custom Dune buggy from the 1968 film The Thomas Crown Affair. On screen, it's a blur of orange as McQueen rips across the beach with Faye Dunaway. But this was no ordinary Myers-Manx. This was a bespoke weapon, and the secret is that McQueen himself was deeply involved in its creation. In a documentary about the film, McQueen said, "I helped them design it, so I'm kinda proud of that." He worked with motoring legend Pete Condos to build a machine to his exact specifications. They started with a Myers-Manx body, but threw out the standard Volkswagen engine. In its place, they crammed a powerful flat-6 Corvair motor, pushing around 230 horsepower, into a vehicle that weighed next to nothing. It was an absolute rocket on the sand. The buggy perfectly blended his love for raw power and off-road agility. It was a vehicle hidden in plain sight. A movie star car, sure, but more importantly, a secret McQueen project, a testament to his hands-on desire to build the perfect ride. For our number 3 spot, we're looking at what many consider one of the heavyweights of his entire collection. A car so rare it's practically a myth. This is the 1956 Jaguar XKSS. Nicknamed the Green Rat, this wasn't just another fast car for McQueen. It was a personal obsession. The story of the XKSS is one of scarcity. It was the road-going version of the dominant D-type race car, but a fire at the Jaguar factory destroyed the production line, and only 16 were ever completed. McQueen bought his chassis number 713 in 1958. It was originally white with a red interior, but he immediately made it his own. He had it painted his signature British racing green and had the interior redone in black leather by hot rodder Tony Nancy. He even had legendary customizer Von Dutchcraft a special lockable glove box for it. This was his personal racer for the street, and he would terrorize the Hollywood Hills in it. But here's the detail that proves his love for this car. He sold it in the late 1960s and instantly regretted it. For years, he hunted the car down, and in 1977, he finally bought it back, keeping it until his death. The Green Rat was his definitive machine, a low-profile monster that represented the pinnacle of his taste for unobtainable race-bred cars. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the hidden stories of Steve McQueen's garage, and you love legendary cars, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're always digging up new secrets, and you won't want to miss what we uncover next. Now, for our number 2 spot. This car wasn't just a prop, it was a co-star and became a symbol of his most ambitious film. This is the 1970 Porsche 911S in slate gray, forever linked to the movie Le Mans. This is the very car you see in the film's iconic opening sequence as McQueen's character drives through the French countryside before the race. The car was purchased by McQueen's production company, Solar Productions, for use during filming in Europe. It was a high-spec model, loaded with options like air conditioning and a leather interior, all selected by McQueen. After production wrapped, the car was shipped to California and sold. For years, it sat in relative obscurity before resurfacing at auction in 2011. That's when the world remembered its history, and it sold for a staggering $1.375 million, a world record for a Porsche 911 at the time. That price reflects more than just a car. It reflects the value of owning a piece of the King of Cool's cinematic legacy. And now for number 1. This isn't just a car. It's a legend whispered in the dust of desert racing. It was a machine built as an act of corporate defiance, a revolutionary concept years ahead of its time. This is the Baja Boot. In the late 1960s, General Motors had a strict no-racing policy. But visionary engineer Vic Hickey knew he could build something to dominate the brutal Mexican desert. Working in secret, at night, and on weekends, he and his team built what's considered the world's first mid-engine, purpose-built off-road supercar in just 26 days. It was a rebel child, born in the shadows of GM. And who loves a rebel more than Steve McQueen? Through his company, Solar Productions, McQueen acquired the original prototype. This wasn't for show. He immediately took it into battle, entering the brutal 1968 Stardust 711 race and the 1969 Baja 1000. In true, gritty fashion, both attempts ended in mechanical failures. But the image was set. Steve McQueen, behind the wheel of a secret super truck battling the desert. He didn't just own this vehicle, he embodied its rebellious spirit. The Baja Boot was the ultimate hidden McQueen machine, a covert prototype, an engineering marvel, and a pure, unadulterated racing beast. So, there you have it. From the sophisticated elegance of his first Ferrari to the raw, untamed power of the Baja Boot. These 5 vehicles paint a much richer picture of Steve McQueen. They show us a man who was not only a driver, but a designer, a connoisseur, and a true enthusiast who sought out the most unique machines on Earth. The famous cars made him a legend, but it's the stories behind these lesser-known vehicles that truly define him as the King of Cool. Which of these machines impressed you the most? Would you take the elegant Ferrari Luso or the rugged Baja Boot? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video.